that's being proposed?
Greatly.
And is that one of the reasons why you're in support of the other option of Stony Plain?
It's not the only reason. There are a number of factors why I don't agree with the 87th option.
But it is a factor.
That we would...
One will impact more than the other.
For certainly, again, it doesn't meet the strategic vision of the city and their goals and the evaluation criteria that all the routes were evaluated on.
I'm aware of the criteria, but thank you very much, and thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Councillor Barry.
Thank you very much.
Whoa, going back. I know you're very popular. You can't disappear.
Sorry, Mr. Jacobson.
Try my best.
Do you work in the downtown, or what part of town are you?
I work over by the municipal airport currently.
Okay, so then, and I guess as you were making your presentation, it occurred to me that, of course, the LA isn't an LRT station very close to Laurier, or it would be to the further west. How people from Laurier get to downtown, if they don't take public transit and they take their car, you wouldn't be going down Stony Plain Road, I'm assuming, because there would be 2 lanes of LRT and then only one, I believe, and I have to find out for sure from administration, but only 1 lane of traffic going east and 1 lane of traffic going west into the I guess it would be going east into the downtown. So Laurier Heights residents would be going over to 7th Avenue to get into the downtown. And I just wondered whether you took it and whether that was discussed at all at any of your meetings.
Again, I'm not a transportation engineer, but obviously from the recommendation and the project team, their plan is to divert or plan for that traffic solution in alternate corridors, which would be 111th and 118th.
Okay, and your community is fine with moving a bit further north?
I speak on behalf of our executive and on behalf of myself for the community, so yes, I would believe that we would be in favor of that, yes.
Okay, great, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Just one question. Deputy Mayor, take the chair. Give Jane the chair. She gets excited. She doesn't get it. You could take Stony Plain Road or 102nd Avenue, could you not?
That is correct.
Thank you. I'll take the chair back. Thank you. Our next speaker is Teresa Winnick. Is Teresa here? No, you got to be over here. So our next speaker is after Ms. Winnick is Joe Lazat. Is he here? Joe Lazat. Then Brenda Stako. Brenda Stako here. And then Don Nelson. Okay. Christopher Spencer. You're going to come over here, and then we'll, just if you line up, makes us quicker, and then Daniel Queck, if he's here, to come over here, and then Brian Wilshire. If we can get those lined up, then we can move ahead. Okay, start the time, please. Welcome.
Thank you. In requesting to speak before you today, I chose to speak in favor of the proposed LRT route, the Southeast LRT route down Connors Road, because I think it's a fabulous idea to have a public transit site practically outside my front door. However, I have deep concerns about the proposed design and, in fact, the route that would take the LRT down Connors Road. And the concerns are threefold. The proposed route is a compromise that seems not to go where the LRT is most needed. The decision to take the LRT down Connors Road will cause significant environmental degradation and loss of park space, and also possibly undermine the bank stability of the hill and jeopardize the homes above it. And the proposed station at the top of the hill will cause untold traffic congestion and effectively imprison the residents at the top of the hill west of Connors Road.
Are you for or against them?
As I said, I'm very pleased that the city has chosen to construct the LRT route through our neighborhood. However, as a citizen of the entire city, and not just my street, I'm very disturbed that this route has been proposed over in LRT access to the Old Strathcona district. This is the area that has the largest amount of destination traffic, the largest amount of traffic congestion, and history has proven that the area will continue to be a high destination area because it will continue to remain a historic destination even after the current bar scene has run its course because of its proximity to the university, to the river valley, and to downtown. My understanding of the proposed route is that at one time it was intended to follow the 88th Street 98th Avenue down the hill to downtown. One of the reasons given for the altering of that route to Connors was to accommodate anticipated commuter traffic from the proposed development of Strathern Heights. This development has not been built, and given the economic climate, may not be built. If and when the economy shifts, this type of development may no longer be feasible in the area, and the LRT will have been built to nowhere. I urge city planners and this council not to take a short-sighted approach to the placing of LRT lines because they offer the path of least resistance. The city has been around for more than 100 years, and it will continue to be here for another 100 years. To establish a well-thought-out, well-laid-out LRT, we need to think about where this city has come from, as well as what we would like it to look like. The second great concern I have about the proposed plan is how the introduction of a pair of LRT lines will impact the environment and the hillside itself. I live at the top of the hill. Currently, some buses and large trucks already rattle our house. Bank stability is always a concern, and any undercutting of the bank would put a number of homes at risk for foundation damage and slippage. Attempts to get any information from either planning or engineering have become quite surreal. We, the residents at the top of the hill, have been told the route was determined based on the city's feasibility study, which showed the grade of the hill was suitable for the proposed tracks. When we requested to see a copy of that feasibility study, we were told that the study hasn't been done yet. If planners decide not to undercut the hill, it poses another problem. To take land from the ski hill and Gallagher Park is not acceptable. Our parkland is a jewel of our city, and if we start down the slippery slope of allowing bits and pieces of it to be carved off for this or that development over time, we will lose what makes Edmonton special. In 100 years, we'll need the city parks more than an ill-planned LRT line. My third concern is the placing of the proposed station right at the top of the hill. Again, let me say I love the idea of the stop at the top of the hill. But an above-ground site would create havoc at rush hour no matter what side of Connors the site is located. If there is anything to be learned from past experience, we only have to look at the Belgravia terminal and how it has cut off the community from access to 119th Street. Once again, I urge Council and the Planning Department to reconsider this plan. It's only logical that the LRT go underground at a terminus that is already so congested. I understand the cost is going to be significantly higher, but this city, this hill, this route will be around for more than 20 years. It'll be here for a century and more. An investment now is an investment in the future. If we do it properly, we lay the foundations for generations to follow, and we also set an example. We're a winter city. Underground terminals make sense. If we build the LRT out from the center, we should be considering the future. So I urge the Council to rise to the challenge of making an example of this city's LRT. Make it a place that goes to places where it's needed. Make it accessible and friendly so more and more people will use it over time. Don't destroy what's already good.
Thank you. Councillor Batty.
Thank you very much for your presentation, Mrs. Winnick. On a couple of occasions in your presentation, you talked about hill stability, and you live at the top of the hill. Have there been instances in the past that you've had occasion to comment on hill stability now?
No.
Okay, so there haven't been...
Although at the old-timers cabin meeting, which was the first that our neighborhood had heard about it, we were told that there had been previous meetings, and we were told that we had notes slipped in our mailbox. Maybe we had a no-flyer sticker on our mailbox. Certainly this is of grave concern to our neighborhood.
Okay, and I guess, I understand your concern. I just wondered when you talked about the stability, and I'll have to ask administration that when you cut the trees down, if you have to cut trees down, whether that creates any challenges for hill stability as well.
Well, yes, and environmental engineers will tell you that you really need a riparian area of trees to prevent slippage and hill degradation, slope degradation.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Councillor Sloan.
Thank you, Madam, for speaking today. I want to ask you about, I think what you're saying are some contradictions between the standards we're hoping to aspire to and the routes. So you're saying that the route to the southeast has significant impacts to the river valley, the route proposed, versus perhaps the one that would have gone over the high-level bridge. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And I also heard you say that you're of the